We are going with this group of people to Scandinavia.
Yay!
Talk this. Together. Okay. Everybody ready?
Here, we fly
Our
to
tour
Kuala
leader
Lumpur
giving
first.
his briefing.
Okay, once we fly to Kuala Lumpur, we have to take our bags out. It's actually safer because we are taking Malaysia Airlines now to Kuala Lumpur. And then from Kuala Lumpur, we are taking Singapore Airlines to Singapore and onwards to Copenhagen. So if we check our bag through, I've already checked with the officer. It's not that they don't allow, they will allow you to check your bag through. But in case if any of your bags is lost, Malaysia Airlines will not claim responsibility. And Singapore Airlines will say, you check Malaysia, not in Singapore. Okay? So that's why it's always safer. We check our bag now, get to KLIA, we have a lot of time. We just bring our bag out, and then in case some of you last minute want to do some repacking, you can do so before we go to the counter.
We're off. My lunch is finally here. We didn't have a choice. They only have fish and rice left. We'll be landing in Kuala Lumpur soon. Actually, we were supposed to fly direct from Kuching to Singapore with our connecting flight to Copenhagen, but the flight from Kuching was re-timed, rendering it impossible for us to catch the Copenhagen flight. So we have to go this roundabout way to Kuala Lumpur, then in about 2 hours take another flight to Singapore for our connecting flight tonight. We should be landing soon. Landing Kuala Lumpur International Airport. There was a rough landing. We are at the KLIA-1 satellite building with a few hours to spare. We are looking for the global lounge. Here it is.
Are you a gold member?
Wait. Chicken and shrimp soup noodles. We're now on board the flight to Singapore. We are now at Changi Airport, gate A17, waiting to board our flight to Copenhagen, taking off. We are inside the Airbus A350 on our way to Copenhagen. Beef noodle soup in the air in the middle of the night. Kway teow soup breakfast. She's having burger. We have arrived at Copenhagen, very cold, 8 degrees. And we'll start with a tour of the city, followed by lunch. Afternoon, we'll be boarding a cruise on the way to Oslo. We'll be spending the night on the cruise ship.
That Kuching.
You guys are here also?
Waiting for you, lor.
Có tiền xin lại, có bị sai bỏ.
We walked in, we didn't see you guys. We entered the plan. We didn't see you guys. We were looking for Du Lang ma. Thôi bố ba là after that Du Lang bố lại visit Wa Lang ngày commoner ui gọi ma. Eh,
không điên à? Nhưng mà bạn
vì đâu có biểu hiện như vậy. Bắt ra cho là. Bố ra vậy.
We are at Copenhagen Airport. We are outside waiting for all the others.
Hi.
Copenhagen.
And see them. So chung here.
Outside Copenhagen Airport.
Every time whenever we move together. When we say we wait at a certain area, try make sure everybody meet together, before we start to move out. Otherwise, someone might misplace or misinform. Okay, so first day sure kelang kabut a bit, no issue, right? Understandable. Yeah. If first day I have a group that is everybody listen carefully one, nobody missing or anything like that. That is not a tour group, right? So come with an open heart, right? Today is happened to be a Sunday. There is a marathon, as I mentioned, in the city. So we cannot do our panoramic tour of the city in the bus. We can only do a walking tour. And you have to walk about 3 kilometers. Yeah. From one area to another. And then as we walk, please follow Mr. Yang. I'm in red is because so that you all can see I'm in red. Right? Okay. Now, without the flag, but I found an umbrella. Yeah. So the umbrella will be the flag.
To Copenhagen. This is the capital city of Denmark, so this will be your first stop of your whole tour. Very importantly, like Richard just mentioned, that we have to have our seatbelts on, because that's also the reason why I can't stand up in the middle, because here the traffic safety laws are very, very strict. So sometimes if the policemen, if they see, sometimes they will stop the bus and go on the bus and check if everybody has seatbelts on. If somebody does not have seatbelts on, the fine is 100 euros per person. Yeah, that's quite a lot of money. So just make sure every time you are on the bus, even though when we drive, we're not driving that fast, there's not so many cars. Denmark is not that many traffic accident country anyways. A lot of the public welfare services such as education and also social and health security. So that means when you go to see a doctor, you don't pay for that. You don't go to hospital and then pay. The bus to the left, that's the entrance to the Baltic Sea. So by the airport, that's the gap between Denmark and Sweden, and that's entrance of seawater. It goes to so you can see around to the left and right that it is indeed a very flat landscape. So agriculture, for that reason, in Denmark is one of the biggest in.
Our tour guide and our driver. Hi. The guy with the red umbrella is our tour guide while we are here. He was originally from China.
I 掉 video 啦。
Ilang mai lang siam ma.
ai
Ilang mai ke lang kaki siam lah.
There's about 6,000 tourists in Copenhagen today, and Copenhagen in general is very small, so there will be a lot of tourists. You can see how many people are there. So I'll explain to you. The Little Mermaid will be hidden behind all that people, so hopefully you can get a glimpse of it. So when you get over there, there is a guardrail, but also there will be somewhat flat rocks underneath that you can take a staircase to go down. But I don't recommend it because there's
This is the very famous Little Mermaid of Copenhagen. It's a big tourist attraction. This is the Little Mermaid that everybody comes to see. It's a huge draw for tourism in Copenhagen.
Eso lo que me da miedo, déjame llegar. A ver. Déjame llegar. Mírame, vale.
They have to go to the yacht. They first wait in the hut, and then a sailor will come. Yeah, that's a German patrol kind of a boat. Yeah. Sometimes they do have a NATO exercise or collaborations between them. Okay, everybody.
How many nang ah?
Hả? Có còn nè. Này.
So in Denmark, we generate electricity by mainly two methods. We have wind turbines. You can also see them next to the Little Mermaid, the wind turbines, and then the incinerator plant, which is very modern, one of the most highest technological incinerator plant in the world. So the smoke that you see, it's completely steam. 99.99% of particles, harmful particles, are already filtered out. So even though we have smoke, but it's very fresh air. And this incinerator plant is so efficient, it basically takes whole Denmark's garbage and burns it, and still cannot get to full power. So they made it too good for Denmark to be good, because in order to keep it running, Denmark needs to buy trash from other countries. So they actually can spend money to buy trash to keep this running as it should. But the reason you see the slope going down is because they built an artificial ski hill on the top of the incinerator plant. So when people in Denmark want to go ski, they go up there on the top rooftop and then ski down, all the way down. You can rent skis actually under there.
Is it some snow there? No?
No, it's artificial. It's like microplastic.
I see.
But it gives a feel of real snow.
I see, okay.
Isn't it?
The height goes down.
We are walking along Copenhagen Street to go to the Royal Palace. We follow the red umbrella. Oh, Betty says maroon. Yeah. These are statues of some of the heroes from there years ago.
Who are the allies of Denmark to help free Denmark from occupation.
It's a mine and they put it in the sea.
Hey, might car coming. The prices, but later on, hopefully you have. Go nearer towards Mr. Yang. No, don't stop over there, everybody, because the soldier will be walking where you're standing. Yeah.
This is a public place.
It's called Amalienborg Palace. I think you will meet a lot of places named ending with Borg, like Bjorn Borg, right? Borg in Scandinavia means castle. So anything that's a palace, that's a castle, is called Borg. So this is called Amalienborg Palace. It's also the official royal residence of the royal family in Copenhagen, but they also have other castles. They have in total 4 castles that they go around depending on the time of the year. But this is for receiving, formal guests, officials. Yeah. So because this is a capital city, so all the official duties happens mostly in the city. And we have 4 different houses. Now these houses were not built as a royal palace. In the beginning, these 4 houses were built by 4 noble families as their own palace. And the king, back then, that was about 300 years ago, he lived in what is now the Parliament building. Not too far away from here, but that palace at one point burned down, not once, but twice. So after the second fire, the king said, okay, I don't want to live there anymore. And actually, when they were rebuilding this after the second fire, the king needed a place to stay, and just happens that one of the buildings was, but he came to like it, each generation came to like this place more and more. So as the other royal families moved out, then the king bought the rest of the palace, and then it became the royal palace. So we have 4 different buildings, and different family members of the royal family, they stay in different parts. So if we start, we have a king right now who actually became king only last year. So it's actually quite recent. Now, his mother, the previous queen, was one of the only ones in the history to abdicate her throne. So she decided, okay, I want to go on retirement. Instead, usually it's the queen passes, then the throne gets to the son. So she actually is enjoying her retirement. Our previous queen lives in the one that I'm pointing at over there. Yes. So that is her own palace.
So
and
which
then
one is King Frederick?
the King Frederick and Princess or
Mary.
I need to get used to the title Queen Mary.
Yeah.
I've been calling her Crown Princess Mary for 10 years. Now she's Queen Mary. She lives in the one behind you. Yeah. And we're going to see, unfortunately, they're not at home, because when they're home, then you see a flag like that.
The second barrel will be up.
They're at home now, right?
Yeah. So someone is at home in here. She lives in half of the building to the right. The other half to the left with the door open. That's a museum. But you can stay in here as well. So that's the guest house. Park is also very famous for their pastries, the Danish pastries. People come here, say, oh, it tastes so good. So we're passing by a bakery. Right now you can see the kind of pastries they have. I don't know, maybe you have that in Malaysia as well, but maybe not exactly the
croissant, very nice.
And then what's considered Danish pastry is this one with, it's going down in the middle. Let's go away from the people that are eating. Yeah. Okay. We just passed by. Back then, 350 years ago, this place was Scandinavia. That's the name is Scandinavia Harbor. You can see the colorful houses, especially on the side we just passed by. So to get a good picture, you can go to the other side. So you can have the canal and the houses. So we'll meet back here.
Ay, no precisamente de aquí. Yo de estos países que no hay sol.
Ladies and gentlemen.
These ladies are queuing up to go to the toilet.
嚟間呢會話嚇，memory 啊，呢啲潮人，後嚟跳舞。
It's marathon day in Copenhagen, so the roads are closed and we have to walk. We are now on the way to lunch.
This part of the shopping street is a fancy dress. You see the different jewelries, gold watches, and Louis Vuitton is in the front. So this is the more like the fancy part towards the Royal Palace. Yeah, there's a lot of souvenir shops. There's like maybe 50 souvenir shops on this. Big building you see, that is Parliament.
Oh, Parliament.
King's Palace. So this is the third building of the same palace after the two fires that mentioned. Okay.
It's a hotel.
Because it's a light train, not the heavy train. It's like it's different sections.
We are here figuring out how to cross the street because the restaurant is on the other side.
Looks like we're not gonna make it.
We have finally made it to China Palace. This one also, is it?
Now this is 6.
So I just sit here.
Those two tables are 6 also.
Okay lah.
This is
We are done with lunch. Now very full. We are walking back to our bus and heading to the ferry terminal for our cruise to Oslo, where we will be spending the night. So this will end this segment. So join me again for my next segment, which will start from our cruise.